In this video, we'll be taking a look at 7 NBA matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop. Because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmakers' worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is winning sport picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We open with Charlotte and Indiana, and anytime you get a -1 sitting on the board this early in the season, you're dealing with a game the books expect to stay tight from wire to wire. Charlotte being posted as a tiny favorite tells you the market doesn't fully trust them to separate late, and Indiana catching the single point is designed to split action evenly. The total sitting at 233.5 with volatility up to 236.5 paints a picture of momentum swings, fast possessions, and inconsistent defenses. In games that lean chaos, taking the side catching the number has more long-term value, and the total trends toward offensive rhythm over defensive discipline, so we're taking Indiana +1 and over 233.5. Next up is Toronto versus Philadelphia, and this is one of those numbers where the books are daring the public to overthink it. Toronto at +1.5 looks tempting because it's a possession game, but Philadelphia being posted at -1 at home is a direct signal they should control pace, especially in the half court. The total at 235 suggests a clean, steady scoring environment, not a defensive war, and when the market expects a more structured, possession-by-possession finish, it often comes down to who can execute better in long clock situations. That edge stays with the home team, so we're taking Philadelphia -1 and over 235. Houston and Cleveland gives us one of the purest market reads on the board. Houston catching +1 signals hesitation from odds makers, but Cleveland being available at -1 with a total banded at 231.5 and 232.5 tells you this game trends towards slower tempo, methodical half-court play, and late-game execution. When spreads are this small and totals this controlled, the team with the stronger interior presence usually pulls ahead in the final minutes, so we're taking Cleveland -1 and under 231.5. Sacramento versus Oklahoma City brings the largest gap of the night. Sacramento catching +18 tells you the books expect them to struggle maintaining scoring pressure for more than stretches at a time. Oklahoma City laying -18 isn't an inflated hook. It's a statement about control, physicality, and pace dominance. The total at 230 with an underband at 232.5 shows the books expect one-sided tempo with a slower second half. Blowouts tend to suppress totals as time bleeds away, and the favorite usually dictates every possession. So we're taking Oklahoma City -18 and under 230. Washington versus Minnesota gives us another heavyweight mismatch. Washington at +16 signals a major talent gap and a team that can't sustain scoring across 4 quarters. Minnesota laying -15.5 reflects a roster built to dominate pace, punish mistakes, and maintain leads. The total at 237.5 is high, but massive spreads paired with high totals historically lean toward the under because games lose competitive tension early. When the favorite is this clearly superior, the tempo often collapses, so we're taking Minnesota -15.5 and under 237.5. Denver versus New Orleans presents a more stable version of a heavy favorite. Denver laying -13 shows firm oddsmaker confidence without overinflation, and New Orleans catching +13 lacks the scoring consistency needed to threaten late. The totals at 232 and 233.5 show expected steady scoring but not track meet tempo. These games tend to favor controlled offensive teams that can maintain margins without relying on chaos, so we're taking Denver -13 and over 232. We close with New York versus Dallas, and this line is about as precise as it gets. New York catching +4.5 puts them in the zone where sharp bettors hesitate. It's just big enough to look attractive without offering real cushion. Dallas laying -4.5 at home with a total banded at 225.5 and 226.5 tells us this game is expected to be slower, half-court driven, and dependent on late possession execution. In that script, the home side with more stability volatility tends to find the margin, so we're taking Dallas minus 4.5 and under 226.5. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at WSPicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to WSPicks.com right now. Quick recap: Indiana +1 and over 233.5. Philadelphia -1 and over 235. Cleveland -1 and under 231.5. Oklahoma City -18 and under 230. Minnesota -15.5 and under 237.5. Denver -13 and over 232. And Dallas -4.5 and under 226.5. 7 games, 7 reads, and a clean path through every spread and total. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!